June 6, 1992, Springfield, Missouri. An ordinary summer night, right? Wrong. This night, a chilling silence would fall over the city, a silence that whispers of a mystery even today. Friends and family gathered for a graduation party, a celebration of new beginnings. But for 23-year-old friends, Suzanne Suzie Streeter and Stacy McCall, and Stacy's 18-year-old sister Sherrill Levitt, the celebration would be cut short. Their laughter, their futures, snatched away. The last confirmed sighting of the women was at Stacy's house on East Delmar Street. They had spent the day together, relishing the carefree joy of summer vacation. But as the sun began to set, the three women vanished. No warning, no trace, gone. Their disappearance sent ripples of shock and fear through the community. The following morning, the gravity of the situation slammed into Springfield. The three women were not at work, not answering their phones. Concern quickly morphed into fear, then panic. The police were called. The search began. At Stacy's house, an unsettling scene awaited investigators. The car belonging to Suzie Streeter, a white Chrysler, sat in the driveway, untouched. Inside the house, purses and personal belongings lay undisturbed. It was as if they had simply vanished into thin air. The mystery deepened with no signs of a struggle or forced entry. As days turned into weeks, the initial shock gave way to a haunting unease. Leads trickled in, each one a potential breadcrumb on the trail to the truth. Witnesses came forward with fragmented memories, possible sightings, and whispers of suspicious activity. But every lead seemed to evaporate into thin air. Despite the lack of answers, the families of the Springfield Three never gave up hope. Their unwavering determination fueled the search, a beacon of hope in the face of unspeakable tragedy. The house on East Delmar Street became a grim focal point. Yellow tape cordoned off the property, a stark visual reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded. Investigators meticulously combed through the home, searching for any clue. The scene inside the house was confounding. No signs of a struggle, no forced entry. The only anomaly was a broken porch light, a detail that seemed insignificant at the time. Adding to the enigma, both of the family dogs were found safe inside the house, seemingly unharmed. If an intruder had been present, wouldn't the dogs have shown some sign of distress? Days turned into weeks, and the initial flurry of activity surrounding the case began to wane. Leads that had initially seemed promising fizzled out, leaving investigators no closer to the truth. One of the most promising leads emerged early in the investigation when a jailhouse informant claimed that his cellmate had confessed to the murders. However, the informant's account quickly unraveled under scrutiny. The alleged confession proved to be nothing more than a fabrication. The families of the missing women were once again left grappling with the agonizing uncertainty. Despite the lack of significant breakthroughs, the Springfield Police Department remained committed to solving the case. They pursued every lead, however tenuous, determined to bring closure to the families. The case attracted the attention of national organizations dedicated to solving cold cases. Despite their best efforts, the mystery of the Springfield Three endured. Years turned into decades, and the passage of time did little to ease the pain of those left behind. The search for answers continues, driven by the unwavering belief that one day, the truth will be revealed. The investigation into the Springfield Three's disappearance was like navigating a labyrinth blindfolded. Every turn led to a dead end, every glimmer of hope extinguished by another frustratingly vague clue. The initial focus centered around those closest to the missing women. Friends, family, acquaintances, all were scrutinized. One name that emerged was Robert Craig Cox, Stacy's boyfriend at the time. Despite intense scrutiny and hours of interrogation, no concrete evidence linked Cox to the disappearances. With no solid proof, Cox remained a haunting specter, a chilling embodiment of the unanswered questions. As months bled into years, the lack of answers fueled a wildfire of rumors and speculation. Theories, some plausible, others bordering on the absurd, spread through Springfield. One persistent theory pointed to the involvement of a possible serial killer operating in the area. Several other young women had vanished under mysterious circumstances in the years leading up to the Springfield Three's disappearance. Despite the eerie similarities, investigators could not definitively link the Springfield Three case to any other crimes. The possibility of a serial killer remained just that, a possibility. Every lead, every tip, every shred of information offered a glimmer of hope, only to be extinguished by another dead end. One of the most tantalizing leads emerged years after the disappearance, when a witness claimed to have seen the three women being held captive in a darkened van. The police pursued the lead with renewed vigor, but it ultimately led nowhere. The van was never located, and the witness's account could not be corroborated. The case remained mired in a frustrating quagmire of unanswered questions. Despite the tireless efforts of law enforcement, the fate of Stacy, Suzie, and Sherrill remained an unsolved mystery. The disappearance of the Springfield Three wasn't just a local tragedy, it became a national spectacle. News crews descended upon the small Missouri town, their cameras capturing every vigil, every press conference. The case became a media frenzy, a macabre form of entertainment for a nation hungry for answers. True Crime shows dedicated entire episodes to dissecting the case. The families of Stacy, Suzie, and Sherrill found themselves thrust into the unforgiving glare of the media spotlight. Their grief, once private and personal, became public fodder. The relentless media attention kept the case alive, ensuring that the world never forgot the three women. Yet with the constant media coverage came a double-edged sword. Some news outlets prioritized ratings over respect, exploiting the tragedy for profit. The mystery of the Springfield Three transcended the boundaries of traditional media. Internet forums buzzed with amateur sleuths, each one convinced they held the key to unlocking the truth. Podcasts dedicated entire seasons to unpacking the case. The digital age breathed new life into the cold case, ensuring that a new generation remained invested in finding answers. The Springfield Three even found their way into popular culture. Books, documentaries, and even fictionalized accounts drew inspiration from the case. The sustained interest demonstrated the power of collective curiosity. Despite the relentless media attention and the tireless efforts of both law enforcement and amateur investigators, the case of the Springfield Three remains unsolved. The passage of time has done little to diminish the mystery. Theories continue to swirl, each one a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. Was it a random act of violence? A carefully planned abduction? The questions linger. The families of Stacy, Suzie, and Sherrill are left to grapple with the agonizing reality that they may never know what happened. Despite the odds, the families refuse to give up hope that one day, the truth will be revealed. Decades have passed since that sweltering June night in 1992. The neon lights of Springfield, once a backdrop to the girls' vibrant lives, now reflect the somber reality of their unsolved disappearance. The case, once a raging inferno of speculation, has dwindled to flickering embers. Yet even the faintest glimmer of hope refuses to be extinguished. Advancements in forensic science, particularly in DNA technology, have breathed new life into countless cold cases, offering a tantalizing possibility of closure where once there was only despair. The Springfield Three case, though shrouded in the mists of time, is not immune to the transformative power of these scientific breakthroughs. In recent years, investigators armed with cutting-edge DNA analysis techniques have revisited the physical evidence collected from the crime scene. Every hair, every fiber, every seemingly insignificant trace holds the potential to unlock the secrets of that fateful night. The hope, however faint, is that a hidden clue, overlooked in the initial investigation, might finally reveal the truth. While the wheels of justice often grind slowly, the pursuit of truth never truly ends. The Springfield Police Department, along with dedicated cold case units, remain committed to solving the mystery of the missing women. They continue to chase down leads, re-interview witnesses, and explore every possible avenue, driven by the unwavering belief that even the most enduring mysteries can be solved. DNA, a double-edged sword. DNA evidence, once a futuristic concept confined to science fiction, has become an indispensable tool in modern criminal investigations. Its ability to connect individuals to crime scenes with remarkable accuracy has revolutionized the way we solve crimes, offering hope to victims and their families seeking justice. In the case of the Springfield Three, DNA analysis has the potential to provide long-awaited answers. Samples collected from the crime scene, preserved for decades, can now be compared to national databases, potentially linking the case to known offenders or uncovering previously unknown suspects. The possibility, however slim, offers a glimmer of hope that the perpetrators might finally be held accountable. However, DNA evidence is not a silver bullet. Time, that relentless sculptor of memories and landscapes, also degrades DNA, making its analysis more challenging and, in some cases, impossible. The passage of decades since the women's disappearance presents a formidable obstacle, as the integrity of the DNA evidence may have been compromised, potentially hindering investigators' ability to extract meaningful information. Furthermore, even if viable DNA profiles are obtained, they are only as useful as the databases to which they are compared. If the perpetrator's DNA is not on file, the evidence, while valuable, may not lead to an immediate identification. The search for answers, while aided by scientific advancements, remains a complex and often frustrating endeavor. The unanswered call. The case of the Springfield Three, much like the empty room in Stacy's house, stands as a chilling testament to the unknown. Despite the tireless efforts of law enforcement, the tireless advocacy of the families, and the tireless speculation of armchair detectives, the questions remain, echoing through the years. What happened that night? Where did they go? Who or what silenced their laughter and stole their futures? These questions, etched in the minds of those who remember, linger like ghosts in the Springfield night. They are a constant reminder of the fragility of life, of the abrupt and often inexplicable nature of loss. The case, though cold, continues to captivate the public imagination. The enduring mystery, the lack of closure, and the sheer audacity of the crime itself continue to fascinate and frustrate in equal measure. It is a story whispered around campfires, debated on online forums, and revisited in late-night documentaries. The Springfield Three, forever young, forever frozen in time, represent the unanswered call of justice. Their case is a stark reminder that some mysteries, despite our best efforts, may never be fully solved. Yet the search for answers continues, driven by the unwavering belief that one day, the truth will emerge from the shadows, offering solace to those left behind and ensuring that even in the face of unimaginable loss, hope endures. Together, we can keep the memory of Stacy, Suzie, and Sherrill alive, and continue to seek justice for their disappearance. For more stories like this, please like and subscribe to Oblivion Unlocked.